Quick reminder before we get started, if you haven't subscribed or followed this podcast on your favorite podcast platform yet, I would really appreciate it if you click the follow button now or the subscribe button, as it will really help us a lot. In this recovery snippet, I speak with Pratima Nagaraj, who's an expert in thyroid health, gut health, and hormone health. And in this full episode, we speak about how we can eat to improve our thyroid health and at the same time stop binge eating. And she also shares her story about her personal struggle with being diagnosed finally with Hashimoto's disease. And in this little snippet, she talks about what we can do, that one simple thing we can do to improve our thyroid health. So let's check it out. What's that one piece of advice you'd give to improve your hormone health, hormone profile?
I would say, first of all, restriction is going to make you want to eat everything that you're trying to restrict. That's just human psychology. Because if anybody tells you don't do something, don't have something, even if that person is you telling yourself,
Yeah.
you are going to want to eat that. So trying to include everything, like everything should be a part of your menu, but then it all comes down to choice. So I would say understanding that psychology is the mindset part of it. But if you are trying to work on changing the diet, I would say take it slow and start by changing just your breakfast, just one meal of the day. And that's what I would advise people, especially those who are not used to eating breakfast and skipping breakfast. Start by making changes to just one meal of your day. Start with a high protein breakfast. And then when you feel comfortable with that, then start adding the next meal and then the snack and then the dinner. Yeah. So making these small changes, what we call as atomic habits,
Mm.
that's what is going to help you recover in the long run. And I would say have at least 1 or 2 days in a week where you can eat the things that that are considered inflammatory, but you can still enjoy it. That way you're not restricting completely. That's very important. So I follow the 80-20 rule,
Mm.
wherein 80% of the time I'm eating healthy. 20% of the time I allow myself to enjoy things, even if they are inflammatory, whether it's French fries or pizzas or whatever. I still enjoy them, but I keep it to the times like when I'm traveling and when I have parties or occasions, so that I get to enjoy. And then the rest of the days, I'm eating healthy. So that way, nothing is off my plate. So when nothing is off your plate and everything is allowed, you won't really feel like, oh, I'm restricting and I really want that. So that's like my major piece of advice. And if you actually make the changes where you're adding a lot of protein and healthy fats and carbs in your meal and you're balancing it, you will notice that your body will stop craving for
Mm.
all of the processed and junk foods automatically, because your blood sugar is balanced, because your body is getting the nutrition it needs, because your gut microbiome is healthy. Because most of the times, the cravings, the need to binge is not coming from your head, it's coming from your gut. Your gut microbiome influence your taste in food. And I've seen this in many people. When they heal their gut, their food choices, the kind of foods that they like completely changes. It influences your taste buds. So by actually focusing on this and changing your gut microbiome, you will notice that the cravings vanish. So it's not much about willpower. It's a lot to do with the kind of gut microbiome you have. So focus on that and things will be very easy to change.
That's amazing. That's everything I support people struggling with binge eating. I recommend just everything you just said there. That was a really perfect answer. Not that there's a wrong or right, but like it's all about like those atomic habits, or like in our dietetic field, we call it SMART goals. If you've heard of it,
Yeah,
yeah, like
absolutely.
realistic
Yeah.
goals.
It's like if you can't really make changes to the diet, I would say at least make changes to the timings. Try to get into what we call as a circadian rhythm. You
Yeah.
don't even have to change your diet first. Just eat your meals on time, like eat your breakfast on time, and then space your meals out and ensure that you're eating an early dinner by like 6 or 7 p.m. by sunset. And allow your body to fast for 12 hours from dinner to the next morning breakfast. And just doing that can bring a whole lot of changes in your body. You are not changing anything with your diet, but you're just changing the timings and you're aligning your body with circadian rhythm and you're fasting for 12 hours from dinner to breakfast. Just that can change a lot. And then you take the next step of changing your breakfast and your lunch and dinner and so on. So, one step at a time. You don't have to look at the end goal that, oh my God, I need to heal my thyroid, I need to heal my autoimmune, or I have menstrual disorders, or I have this big problem, PCOS and stuff. You just have to see, okay, I just need to make one change this week. And that's all I'm going to do, just focus on that. And then, it's like how we call it's like eating an elephant. You don't look at the
Understand.
elephant as a whole. You're going to break up the task and you're just going to look at what is the task I need to focus on today. I'll just eat one part of the leg. I'm just going to focus on one part of it.
I hope that's a
And
metaphor.
that's a metaphor for sure.
Sure. I'm just thinking like, do you actually eat elephants?
No way. I'm a
Okay.
vegetarian, by the way.
Oh, just joking.